Good day and welcome back to the Vitality Project. I'm Dr. Bob. Yesterday we summarized three major brain changes, all of which we have experienced, whether firsthand with our own forms of addiction or enslavement as we've talked about it, or secondhand in our most important relationships. Those three brain changes, all of which radically impact our connectedness, are the ones that we're talking about here. And what were they? Numbed pleasure response, increased craving, decreased self-control. Numbed pleasure, increased craving, decreased control. Guaranteed every time when it comes to enslavement, whether to substances like alcohol or other drugs, behaviors, including any compulsion which takes us down and out, or even our attitudes such as racial or other forms of prejudice and resentment. So all we need to do now is just stop being enslaved, right? I wish I could say yes, but no, the answer is wrong. If you think about it, if addiction equals enslavement, and remember it does, then recovery equals liberation from enslavement. But just like in the United States, where we are sadly, I hate to say, still involved in the Reconstruction, begun over 150 years ago on the hills of the Civil War, where we were freeing the slaves. So we are still dealing with that in the US. The same goes with recovery from addiction. It can sometimes take a long, long time, way too long, months to sometimes a year or more, especially after a severe addiction, for the brain and the body to reset back to a trustworthy baseline. So what we're looking for is healing, whether it's on a societal level or an individual level, and it can take a long time and a lot of hard work and a lot of patience. For today, I'm going to ask you to think back on any addiction you may have experienced, whether firsthand or secondhand, and to be more specific, one which you and or someone close to you, someone you love, were able to get free of it. Now, home in on that period of time right after the tide turned. Let's say in the first year or so after the addiction turned into recovery, where the addiction was still in the rearview mirror, but still close enough to see. What kinds of thoughts, what kinds of behaviors, what kinds of emotions do you remember from that time of your own early recovery or for the early recovery of someone that's close to you? That's where we'll be focusing next. We'll be coming back to this tomorrow. Between now and then, I want to thank you, first of all, for spending part of your day with us here at the Vitality Project. Please stay safe, be well, and I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.